Hey everybody, it's Allie, and this is my Y&R chat vlog for Sunday, September 7th, and we had kind of a short week this week. There were only 3 shows, so I decided to combine everything into one vlog, but even though it was a short week, there was certainly a lot happening. I think probably the major news here is that Victor is back from the dead, which I find to be rather surprising. I wasn't expecting for him to come home so soon, especially after the conversations that he had with Nikki on the beach in Mexico. She was begging him to come back, and he was so dark. I think he was in just such an incredibly dark place. The things he was saying to her, that they had a sick love, that he really didn't want to come back. He had no reason to. He didn't care if his children thought that he was dead or alive, that he essentially wished that one of them had the courage to kill the other one. It was so intense, and it was so Victor in a place that I had never seen him before. So it was very, very dark, and I was extremely surprised to see him back in Genoa City so soon, but I'm glad he is. There's a lot that needs to be resolved, so I'm very happy to see him back. Side note, Melody Thomas Scott deserves the Academy Award for her performance last week. Her on the beach and just crying and begging. It was so completely intense, and I thought that the actress did a really good job. Curious to know if you guys were thinking that too. But I am really glad that she, actually I assume she's back in Genoa City. Who knows, maybe Victor got back there before she even did. But I have no idea what Victor is going to say to Nick and Victoria. That will be very interesting. The previews for Monday's US show say that it seems like he's going to drop some bad news on Nick and Victoria, but man, did Adam get the brunt of Victor's wrath. In fact, I think that Adam had the best reaction out of everybody to seeing Victor come back into town. Everybody else was kind of, you know, blah almost. Even Nick and Victoria, I felt like their reaction wasn't quite surprised enough. It was almost kind of muted. Adam looked up from making out with Heather on the couch, saw Victor, and his whole body convulsed like he had just seen a ghost. And it was such a priceless reaction, and I think that he truly knew at that moment that he was screwed. Adam, he fired Neil, he hired Brad, one of Victor's longtime arch nemesis, but the thing that really I think gets to me is that he got rid of the dog. Adam got rid of Zapato. Wasn't that sweet that like the first thing Victor did when he got home, he was like, where's Zapato? Adam sent him to the kennel. That's so terrible. But it was just so priceless to see Victor finally handing down the sentence to Adam. Not only is he fired from Newman Enterprises, but he is kicked off the ranch. What do you guys think? Is that too drastic on Victor's part? Please feel free to leave your comments all over this video. I'm curious to know what you guys are thinking about this. Was Victor too hard on Adam? Not hard enough? Frankly, I think that the best thing to come out of all of this is that Neil is the new CEO of Newman Enterprises, which personally I think should have happened a long time ago. I think that Neil has been far more loyal to Victor than any of his children whom he has given the position to. If he would have given the position to Neil years ago, I don't think that a lot of this drama would have ended up happening. So I was happy to see that Neil came out on top of this. And you know, one more comment that I wanted to make about Victor is that it is a good thing that Victor wasn't actually dead, because he may be mad, Victor may be mad at Adam for the way that he executed things while he thought Victor was dead, but Victor set these wheels in motion. Victor was the one that put all of his money, his entire estate, to this son that he had known for 6 months and completely cut out the rest of his children, gave them no say in how to run the company whatsoever. although I think that Adam made poor decisions, Victor was the cause of this. He's the one that put this series of events into motion, and he, I guess, is just lucky that he was able to live to see and correct the consequences. So we'll see how we move forward from there. The other thing that I really wanted to say, I want to focus in on Adam a little bit, because I'm just wondering, are Adam and Heather going to last? Because it seems like anytime Adam is in a bad position, he takes it out on Heather. When he was reading the letter that Victor had written him, he was just so upset with Heather. She was trying to help him get the correct interpretation of the letter, and he flipped out on her. The way he talks to her, the way he grabbed her arm, I just didn't appreciate the way he was treating her. And then what does she do? She goes off and has sex with him, or tries to have sex with him. I just don't know. I mean, clearly Adam and Heather have sex in common, and that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I'm pro Adam and Heather having sex, but I just don't know if that relationship is going to work out, especially now that Adam is in this horrible place. I just think that Heather, again, is better for Adam than Adam is for Heather. I think that Adam is going to take a very big downward spiral, and Heather is going to want to be there to help him, but I don't know if he's going to let her. Personally, I'm thinking that this might mean major trouble for Heather and Adam. I hope not. I would like to see more of the softer side of Adam, and I would like to see those two stay together. Okay, so I've blah 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 long enough for this part of the vlog. Since YouTube has that evil 10-minute time limit on videos, I'm gonna cut this off, call it the end of part 1. I've still got a lot of stuff to talk about, so please look for part 2, and I will see you then.